Ron, what up, baby?
What's going on, man?
You obviously were 18 when you started making money,
Right.
and you came from nothing to making money. Did you ever stop and think like, wow, I got to make these tough decisions at 21 and 22?
Being a first generational money maker in the household is a scary thing. And for 18-year-old, I go from being sitting in classrooms in May, graduating high school, to being a multimillionaire a month later, in
It's
June.
insane. From when we were kids, I mean, I was thinking about these as I was preparing for this, that we dealt with this on like a high level. All of a sudden we were in this, like, for me, it was like, holy shit, now we're in this room and this shit is real. It's not like I had that moment. We were sitting in that room at Reebok and Paul Fireman was very smart. He said to you, I know you're gonna go see Nike and Adidas, but I'm gonna offer you $10 million today if you don't go see them and shake my hand.
Right.
He wrote you a $10 million check in that room and you turned it down. I can't say I would have turned it down. I mean, I think in the room I said, yo, let's take this check and get the hell out of here.
I had no idea what he was doing at the other end of the table. I just seen him writing.
Yeah.
I flew in from Akron, Ohio,
Yeah.
from Spring
From
Hill.
Spring Hill,
like,
from the projects.
From the projects. I mean, our rent is like $17 a month.
Exactly.
And now I'm looking at a $10 million check.
That you can leave with.
Yeah, and go to high school and go back to the classroom the next day.
Guys, this was powerful for me, man, and I wanted to do a couple things. One, begin to kind of share with you some of the things I listen to, some of the people I surround myself with on this journey to not only building wealth, but making sure you maintain the winner's mentality, the winner's mindset, or as I call it, championship mindset. And so, guys, it's important today to understand that I said this to you guys often. You guys are having the chance of not only the greatest wealth transfer, but a buying opportunity of a lifetime. But the key is to be prepared for your moment when it comes, okay? And LeBron talked about being a first generation millionaire or money maker in his family, and his rent coming from the projects was $17 a month, and he is about to receive a $10 million check if he was to take the offer in which he turned down. Listen, guys, look at the magnitude of the decisions that he made as a youngin', okay? Think about that, just that alone, okay? But on top of that, not only did he trust himself, he went through the process, he showed patience, he showed discipline. And guys, all of those things are hallmarks of successful people. All those things also happen to be hallmarks of very wealthy people, okay? And so today, man, I wanted to kind of share with you guys, you all need to know the importance of preparing for your moment. Right now, guys, is the time that on your journey, you need to first be getting your mind right. Guys, the Lord can't trust you with the riches he has for you if he know you're not ready and not preparing now, okay? It's important that you start getting your mind right, you start getting your circle together, you start preparing yourself for things to come, okay? Because what you will notice is sometimes we ask for something that we are not really ready to receive, okay? And then we don't know how to handle it, especially those that come from my environment or a community like LeBron, where he's from the projects and he's from the trenches and I'm from the trenches, and we were fortunate enough not only to make it out and to use sports as a vehicle to help us expose us to other things and other options and other ways of living, okay? And so on that journey, you guys need to understand you have to prepare for your moment. That's the number one thing I want you to write down, and as you take notes today, prepare for your moment. In preparing for your moment, that means you are doing the things right now. You're working on yourself. You're working on your mindset. You're overcoming insecurities. You're overcoming self-doubt. You're getting rid of negative self-talk, okay? You're getting rid of negative people that's in your life, in your circle, even if that includes family. See, you have to be ready to receive the blessing that's coming to you, okay? You can't just think you're gonna pop up and boom, you're gonna have $1 million, okay? I remember myself, just like LeBron, I'm a first generation multimillionaire. And I remember, although maybe unlike LeBron, I already had my mindset right, even though I didn't have the money yet. We often say, live like a millionaire on your way to becoming one, Okay, live like a millionaire on your way to becoming one. I was already doing those things. That's why when it actually came, I didn't have to make too much of adjustment. I see guys right now in this social media world, they're just coming into views, money, and you can just tell somebody that just is coming to it versus those of us. We have a saying as athletes. I scored a lot of touchdowns in my day. I scored a lot of buckets in my day. And we have a saying, when you score, act like you've been there before. Every time you get a touchdown, throw the ball to the ref and act like you've been there before. And guys, I was preparing on my journey to be a millionaire well before I became one. So now when the riches came, not only did I have my accounting on point, did I have my systems in place, my taxes was in place, my team was in place. So when the abundance came, now I'm able to operate on all cylinders. I see LeBron doing very, very similar things on his journey. That's one reason why I relate so much. Okay, winners have a tendency to hang with winners, and you will notice that losers hang with losers. They have a saying that misery likes company. So I often say you will never see me engage with no negativity. You won't never see me come down to that level because it's important to remain above it, okay? But again, on your journey, you need to prepare for your season, prepare for your moment. Why? Because when it comes, you want to know that you're not going to squander the opportunity. Okay, you want to know that you're not going to piss off the blessing you've been praying for every single day. While you are preparing for your moment, it's also important for you to understand, how do you want to be? How do you want to represent yourself? Okay, I had to make a decision, guys, when I came into my millions. I had to make the decision that I want fame or fortune. Okay, guys, trust me, I can move how a lot of people move, okay? I'm not into celebrities. I'm not into doing anything different than the things that I did that got me to the highest of highest levels, up here with the 1%ers, okay? It's important that I stay grounded. It's important that I stay anchored in the Lord and do the things that will help me sustain my wealth, okay? It was one thing to obtain it. It's a whole nother ball game to sustain it and maintain it, okay? LeBron is a great example of that now that we had a chance to see his whole career play out almost over the course of 20 years, all right? He had a lot of high expectations. What would you do if you had those same expectations placed upon you and growing up in the world of social media with constant hate, constant trolls, never being able to escape it, but nevertheless, no blemishes on your record, a consummate pro, a consummate winner, okay? Again, guys, it takes a lot, but you have to prepare for that on the front end, okay? I often talk about the importance of getting started. You guys want to get started on your journey because, again, the world needs what you got. Your testimony, the things you went through, is meant to bless somebody else. But if you're sitting on your gifts, if you're sitting on things you've been through because you're ashamed or you think you're going to get trolled or hated online, and so you never tell your story, guys, we can't reach everybody, but you may be called to reach somebody who I can't reach. But if you don't never tell your story because you haven't prepared for your moment, you worried about all the wrong stuff, guys, somebody may go astray when you had a chance to reel them in and set them on the right track, okay? Listen, guys, I'm telling you, man, you have to take all of these things into account on the road to financial freedom, okay? Prepare for your moment and then understand, what do you want to do when you acquire what it is you've been preparing for, okay? I told you, you have to make a decision between, do you want fame or fortune? I chose fortune. The fame, they can have that, okay? I love my life. I love my laid back style. I love how I bless others. I'm in the business of this, guys. I'm trying to give away $1 million every year, whether that's through philanthropy, whether that's through my scholarships. I'm trying to bless people. So I'm not into a lot of things other people are into. Other people may be into cars. Other people may be into getting on jets, partying, the whole nine. I salute it all, but I've already been me way before the wealth, way before the millions, okay? I was already me. You guys can go check on that because that's the difference. Some of us are already certified. There's levels to this game. Some of us are already built like that. LeBron was already going to be who he was. It was already in him as a child prodigy. That's why he lived it out the way he has lived it out, because it was already in him. He didn't have to become somebody. He didn't have to suffer or struggle with imposter syndrome. He was prepared for his moment from the time he burst on the scene. And that's what I want you guys to do. Prepare for your moment, and then understand what do you want to do once you acquire the riches that's bestowed upon you, okay? And then the last and final thing that you need to do is make sure you operate in purpose, okay? It's important for you to find your passion and purpose, and then let everything spring from it, okay? The one thing that I've always done was I've always stayed in my lane, okay? And I always stayed plugged in to the Lord, to a higher power, to the source, okay? And that's up there, that's the man upstairs, okay? And look, what I noticed, everything I do, everything I touch turns into gold. Everything I ever pursue, from writing best-selling books to businesses to being one of the best entrepreneurs in the country, all of these things, guys, I was already preparing for it and operating in my passion as well as my purpose. And I never had to chase money, because those things end up chasing you. I see a lot of similarities in LeBron when I see him operate, and I've had the luxury of not only watching his entire career on the court, but he's a phenomenal man and businessman and entrepreneur off of the court. Guys, you want to be well-rounded. You want to be well-versed. I come on every day talking to you guys about a holistic approach to investing, because it's important that you have your investments, you have your savings, you have your dividends, you have your bonds, you have your Roth IRA, you have your real estate, you have your crypto, okay? You want to be well-versed, because owning assets is the way to grow true wealth, okay? LeBron, if you guys watch that interview, he owns so many things. He has so many partnerships. And guys, this is why we move like that, because you move from just wanting money to doing business, to being partners with these entities you guys see us align ourselves with, guys. And trust me, I'm from the mud, and everything I do is something you guys can do as well. Again, I'm a firm believer, if I can do it, you can too. And that's how you should operate. Don't let envy settle in. Don't let jealousy settle in. Be inspired. Because the real ones, those of us that's really real and authentic to our true self, we truly here to help. We're truly here to walk alongside. We're truly here to pour into you all, hoping and helping you guys get there as well and realize your full potential, okay? So listen, man, I hope that was helpful. I hope you guys understand the importance and the power, though, of preparing for your moment. The one takeaway from LeBron you all should have is that's what he did. The question you got to ask yourself, are you prepared? Listen, guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope you like this style video. If this was valuable to you, if you enjoy this type of content, please make sure you like and subscribe. Remember, we make videos like this every day, so if you like this one, make sure you check out the next one. Remember, most people see the end result. Very few consider the journey. So do me a favor. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.